Good morning, dear viewers and everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests that we are so happy and pleased to have them with us this morning. So please keep watching us till the end of the program and never go away. And happy February. Good morning, Aziz.
Good morning to you, and good morning our working crew, and good morning everyone, and welcome to your show Good Morning Kuwait. This is your host Abdulaziz Darwish. We are coming to you live this morning from the Ministry of Information Studios here in downtown Kuwait. As usual in our show, we have a variety of segments with several reports. I hope you are enjoying and watching us from now until 10 a.m. And yesterday, my co-host Sarah, it was a huge day. Even all the KTV and all the governments in Kuwait were celebrating the raising of the flag day. This event is already for starting the establishment for celebrating our National Liberation Day.
Exactly. It was the anniversary of 62 anniversary of raising our Kuwaiti flag, our lovely Kuwait flag, hoisting Kuwaiti flag. And I saw you yesterday being there in the same event. How was it, Aziz?
It was like full with joy, full with happiness,
yes,
full with good vibes, because this is the day for celebration for state of Kuwait. So it was the 1st of February. All the governorates are already celebrating this huge event. But first of all, they are waiting for the raising of the flag at Al Dasman Palace.
Yes.
So it was already a huge event by yesterday. After the raising of the flag for the representative His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, the Crown Prince Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, he already raised the flag to establishment for the celebration for the state of Kuwait for the national days. It was a huge event.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even under the presence of all the governors of the 6 governorates yesterday.
That's amazing. We'd like to actually congratulate all the Kuwaiti people, even our residents, our brotherly from all around the world who are actually here in Kuwait. We are celebrating our celebration month. We are celebrating the National Day also, and like in the 32 Liberation Day, and also the National Day, the 62 Liberation Day. And you know, the first time was the Kuwaiti flag raised. It was in 4th in 1961. First time the new Kuwaiti flag was raised. And you know what actually the colors of the Kuwaiti flags means?
What about the colors represent for what?
Well, actually, let's say the white represents about our deeds, the black about our battles, the green about our lands actually, and also the red about the blood and swords, like represent the battles as well and the wars. Was really magnificent. Actually, the viewers, our flag, and I can see all the streets and all the houses now, they are starting raising up our Kuwaiti flags, like starting and willing to celebrate this beautiful month, February. So, dear viewers, actually now we're going to have something else, Aziz.
Actually, yes. Yesterday you already know that before yesterday it was a rainy day.
Yes.
Yesterday it was a very lovely day during the raising of the flag ceremony. So let's check about the weather forecast for today and for the all weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be right back again.
And now, dear viewers, let's start with our Kuna news. And the first headline, a Kuwaiti flag hoisting ceremony took place at Bayan Palace on Wednesday under the patronage of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, in the presence of his representative, His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mish'al Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah.
The Kuwaiti Ministry of Health has announced bivalent COVID-19 vaccination for the individuals 18 years of age and older at 15 medical centers. Starting from yesterday, Wednesday, the bivalent COVID-19 vaccines are boosters that aim at keeping a better protection against the original virus strain and the component of the Omicron variant.
The U.S. Federal Reserve Fed raised on Wednesday its benchmark interest rate by an additional 0.25 percentage point, lifting the target range to 4.5 to 4.75%.
The U.S. dollar stabilized on the Wednesday at the Kuwaiti dinar 0.34 0.305, and the euros to Kuwaiti dinar 0.331. The Central Bank of Kuwait, KBC, said on its daily bulletin that the British sterling pound went down by 0.2% to reach Kuwaiti dinar 0.375, while the Swiss franc rose by 0.97 to reach Kuwaiti dinar 0.333. The Japanese yen stood at Kuwaiti dinar 0.002.
Well, the price of Kuwaiti oil went down by 2.15 to 82.50 per barrel in contrast with USD 84.65 per barrel the day before, said Kuwait Petroleum Corporation, KPC. This is all the news we have for today, dear viewers. And now let's move on, but after this quick break. The organizing committee of the Kuwaiti Annual Conference of Surgeons held an 18th conference from January 21st to 23, 2023, under the auspices of the Ministry of Health and the Kuwait Institute for Medical Specialization, coinciding with the 17th annual Kuwaiti meeting of the occasion of the general surgery.
The organizing committee of the conference has sought for more than 20 years to achieve its goal in laying in the nucleus of the continuing medical education program in the field of general surgery and its already delicate specialization, and even more and more and more, and so with God's help and success. So let's take about this following report who are preparing from the walkie crew from GMK. Stay tuned.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for coming and interviewing us on this occasion of the 18th annual Postgraduate Assembly in Surgery, as well as the 7th meeting of the Kuwait Surgical Society. We are privileged to have many honored speakers from all over the world, in particular from the United States. We have 3 days of discussing many issues that involves bariatric surgery, obesity surgery, and most advances in this specialty.
Hello, my name's Dr. Adrian Park. I'm coming from the United States. I am the chair of surgery for Luminous Health and a professor of surgery at Johns Hopkins University. And it's my pleasure to be here in Kuwait at the ACUPAS meeting for 2023. I've been here many times before and continue to be impressed by the organization of the meeting, the caliber of the faculty and the presentations. I've been doing this for a very long time. Every time I come here, I make new friends and I learn new things. So it's a very enjoyable and worthwhile experience, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
For me, it's a distinct pleasure and a high honor attending this meeting organized by ACUPAS, the Kuwaiti Surgical Society. This is my 4th time in Kuwait City, and it's a pleasure to receive this invitation from my good friend, Professor Musa Khurshid. I've been surprised after the pandemic that obliged us to stay at home to return back to this wonderful place. The conference has board all the most important topics for the general surgeon, the young trainees, and the young faculty, and I'm really very happy to participate in this scientific event. I wish all of you the best of luck, and I look forward to return next year.
It's an absolute honor and privilege to return to Dr. Musa Khurshid's meeting here in Kuwait. I think it may be my 6th, if not certainly my 5th time here with this phenomenal meeting, and this time also with the support of the Women Surgeons of Kuwait. And it is a fantastic educational opportunity, exchanging ideas with surgeons from around the world, cutting-edge surgery from North America, South America, Europe, the Middle East, Asia, in a variety of topics. The audience are completely engaged with the faculty. The faculty are committed to giving the latest and greatest information. It is truly a landmark meeting, and I think it's probably the first meeting of this depth, breadth, and quality since the COVID cessation on travel. So it's very appropriate that we celebrate here with Musa the relaunch of global surgical education here in Kuwait.
This is my 4th time coming to the ACUPAS meeting, and we love this meeting. This time I actually brought my wife, my in-laws, my daughter. We actually love being in Kuwait and learning about the Kuwaiti people and the Kuwaiti country. I was excited to give 4 talks. I've learned from all the other speakers, from both those from Kuwait and from around the world. I think this is a great meeting which we get a chance to exchange ideas and learn from each other. I'm very, very happy to be invited to come this year.
I was honored to be invited to be a speaker in this conference. The conference is an amazing event that has benefited all the participants, including me, and especially the residents and the postgraduate doctors. And I really hope that this conference continues to be conducted, and hopefully one day it will be conducted in Oman together with our Kuwaiti colleagues. So thank you very much for inviting us, and it's an honor to be here again.
I'm pleased to come here to Kuwait with my good friend Musa Khurshid, who's done an enormous job of keeping the academic level of Kuwait surgery as high as it is today. He is really a motor in the academic community here in Kuwait. I'm very pleased to be part of it. Today I was giving also a course in medical writing at the Tasman Diabetes Institute, and there was a very large participation of students and attendings from all Kuwait that were interested in learning how to improve their medical writing. So I'm very happy to be part of this event.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. A collaboration between 9 businesses councils of Kuwait for the most largest significant event of the year, the Industrial Day. High government officials and private executives will discuss and present information on all trade relations. Sarah, it will be like an interview also now.
Interview indeed, renewable energy and the evolution of healthcare sector. All we gathered in booths and small exhibition presentations. So dear viewers, how about to check this report together, and we'll be right back to you.
My name is Wa'il Jida, Operation Department of Pro-OPEC Company. Pro-OPEC Company is a company specialized in oil and derivatives, so crude oil and derivatives, all oil and gas products. This event is an opportunity for us to connect with different companies and international companies. So we heard that there's U.S. military companies here. So maybe we can try to make more connections and establish more cooperations with them. So we hope this event will be fruitful for us, for our company, for our personnel, and will improve all the connections, and to be also good for the industry, especially that the last 2 or 3 years were dead because of the pandemic, and now it's an opportunity to refresh the market again. Thank you.
Hello viewers, my name is Ishtiaq Malik. I'm president of Canadians in Kuwait. We are a group of volunteers, and we serve the Canadian community in Kuwait. Our purpose that Canadians should feel home away home in Kuwait. Today at this BF9 Summit 2023, we are one of the participants to host this event here in Al Hashmi Ballroom at Radisson Blu. We have many keynote speakers and 9 business councils. They are participating in this event, including CIK, the Canadians in Kuwait. The whole purpose of this event is, other than the networking among and the cooperation between all the business councils, we are discussing 2 major topics: the renewable energy and the healthcare sector. So I am sure that all the audience here today will enjoy and benefit from this summit. And we hope that we will continue such events in future as well. We had before BF6, Now we have grown and we have BF9, the Business Forum 9. That means the 9 business councils participating in this event. Thank you so much and have a good day.
My name is Ahmed Darafa. I'm the Chargé d'Affaires of the Lebanese Embassy in Kuwait. Although I have arrived to Kuwait 20 days ago, our participation as a Lebanese embassy and the Lebanese Business Council in Kuwait is a demonstration of the very strong ties that attach our two nations and two states together. We attach great importance to this event. It's such a great platform for networking, not only between governmental representatives, but also between those who are into the industry in Kuwait and in our respective countries. We look forward to strengthening the relations between the two countries at the public and private levels, and we're here for that. Thank you so much.
My name is Suzy Youssef. I'm the Senior HR Manager at the Bridge Company. Today I'm representing my company in this summit. We, the Bridge Company, is considered one of the leading companies in the region, providing integrated solutions to DoD contractors, Department of Defense, and we are members of the ABCK and the German Business Council too. Yeah, so basically today we are here to know more about the digital transformation and the medical and healthcare sectors, and also to introduce our services to all the participants.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. We already saw a report about the summit for yesterday. It was the participation for foreign countries, friendly countries, for talk more about something we call the Industrial Day, Sarah.
Exactly. And today we're going to have a phone call with Mr. Khalid Al-Mahdi on behalf of German Embassy. So hello and good morning, Mr. Khalid.
I am on behalf of the General Secretariat of the Supreme Council of Planning and Development. Hello, how are you?
Well, we are so actually privileged to have you in our show this morning, Mr. Khalid.
Hello, I'm really glad that you are doing a good coverage on the BF9 in Kuwait, which happened yesterday. Yes.
Yes.
And Dr. Khalid Mahdi, it's a pleasure and be with us today in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. Thank you for accepting our invitation to talk more about what happened yesterday. We saw a glimpse about the discussion happened yesterday. Even you were talking in the podium. What was the Industrial Day all about, Dr. Khalid?
This forum is a very important one because it shows the good relationship that Kuwait has with all of the European countries, which were, and as well as other countries who were exhibiting in the exhibition, as well as the councils. We had the chance to meet with the American Business Council, British Business Council, the German Business Council, the Portuguese Business Council, as well as other councils beside the private sector participation, KFH. They were the MBK, the MBK was there, many companies as well that we had the chance to meet with them, like IFA, like Bridge, like many other important companies in Kuwait. As of the government sector, I noticed that Khadiba is participating heavily in the exhibition and in the forum, as well as the General Secretariat of the Supreme Council of Planning. The forum is a very good business network. We had the chance, as the Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Planning, is to shed the light on the Kuwait Vision 2035. We had the chance to talk about some of the future expected projects, as well as the pillars of the national plan and what are the targets and what are the main aspirations of the national plan in the country. Yes, there were, I had the chance to talk to many. Some of them, they were quite cautious and skeptical about working and investing in Kuwait, but we assured everyone that yes, sometimes you need some patience in order for you to survive the environment in Kuwait, but you definitely is a very rewarding environment. and our legal structure we are very proud of. Our institutional structure is very strong. We mentioned about our social capital. Also, we talked about our geographical and logistical capital, as well as our resources capital. Kuwait is a very rich and wealthy, and has a very ambitious transformation plan that will take the country to a very high level in competitiveness. I believe there is success. There are key success points we mentioned during our presentation of the Kuwait vision, our constitution and the institution working within that constitution, the development of and upgrading of the infrastructure in the country, beside our proud visionary leadership and the commitment of the Council of Ministers, as well as all entities in the country, to realize and to work toward the Vision 2035.
Well, that for sure actually was a really huge event and summit, Dr. Khalid. Are there any other various tasks that the summit involved, in addition to the industry accomplishments?
One of the things, I do believe that Kadiba participated in the panel discussion to show Kadiba is the Kuwait Direct Investment Promotion Authority. They did an excellent presentation, and they shed the light on how businesses can participate in Kuwait. Kuwait law for Kadiba is allowing all businesses to work in Kuwait 100% ownership, dealing with the whole country as a free zone, given that they comply with the Kadiba's law. The event was a very good opportunity to give more exposure of Kuwait, especially that the most important councils, business councils, they were there. We had the chance to also to chat with the ambassadors of many different countries who were present during the event. They had now at least some more idea of how we can invest more and more on our good relationship to support Kuwait, as well to support the bilateral between Kuwait and others. And I recall that I saw also the Canadian Business Council as a part of the, I didn't mention it, but now I remember that I had the chance to see Her Excellency the Ambassador of Canada. We had a good talk and good chat with them. There is a huge ambition in the country when it comes to the Vision 2035, and we do believe that we will be going in the direction of achieving. Yes, sometime not without any obstacles or hiccup, but that can be done. Yes, Ustad Darwish.
Yes, Your Excellency, Dr. Khalid Al-Mahdi, thank you so much for joining us today this morning. We'd like to thank you, the Secretary General for the Supreme Council for Development and Planning. Thank you so much for joining us today in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. And we appreciate also your joining us, and thank you for sharing this information for everyone who's watching us through the KTV2 and your participation. What was happening is yesterday was in the summit with we call it the councils from the foreign countries. And now, dear viewers, today we are still celebrating the second day for the Raising for the Black ceremony. Today, the 2nd of February 2023. We'll talk more about the raising the flag, because the flag of Kuwait, it's represent about our proud and even our glory also, Sarah.
Exactly, Aziz. So, dear viewers, we'll move on with our episode, but let's have the short break.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. You already saw a glimpse about our guest today. He's a great traveler and picker that had a chance to visit many countries in the world. Represented Kuwait honorably, already exploring East, South, and even the Southeast Asia on the motorcycle. 14 countries, 26,000 kilometers in 165 days. Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, India, Bhutan, Nepal, China, Pakistan, Iran, UAE and Saudi Arabia. The trip started July 26, 2019 and ended January the 23rd of 2023 with the two stoppage, small due to the mechanical issues and the big one due to the pandemic of COVID-19. Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, is his last location in his trip. So let's welcome Abdul Mohsen Al-Baghli. He's a Kuwait ambassador around the globe on the motorcycle. Hello and good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you for this interview and give me the opportunity to get in touch with the audience of Kuwait TV.
You're most welcome and thank you so much for joining us. Our last interview, me and you, it was in Jabr Al-Ahmed Cultural Center.
Yes.
Last year in the same time celebrating the National Day and the Liberation Day of State of Kuwait. That time we spoke about your journey.
Yep.
How you already have a trip starting from Kuwait until the southeast and southeast of Asia.
Yeah.
Then we know already you stopped your motorcycling, but now we are resuming.
Yep.
What happened?
Of course, when I start from Kuwait in as you mentioned, July 2019, and I drove my motorcycle all the way to Bangkok. And when I entered Thailand or Bangkok the second time during my journey, that was March 2020.
Yes.
And the second day, due to the pandemic, all the border of Thailand get closed. So I stuck there. Then what happened? I flew back to Kuwait and I kept my motorcycle there.
In Bangkok.
And this year, January,
it was a golden time.
It
2023.
Yes.
you plan on it or it's
no?
by coincidence?
I mean, it happened just like that. Actually, I just wait for all the the closure and those formality which was linked to the pandemic to relax so I can continue. So yes, this is what happened.
Too many things happening during your trip. But now, because I know that dear viewers, maybe some people wondering what about your plan, what about your trip, because I already presented to you, you've been in 14 countries and more than 20,000 kilometers and you visit too many places, too many countries in Asia. So let's resume back to represent more about your beginning and preparation for this huge trip from here to Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iran, until you've been to, we call it, and the end of your trip. Tell me more.
One of the main aims for my trip is to get in touch with the people around the globe, introducing Kuwait to the people around the globe, because as you know, okay, maybe the people who are living in the big capital, they know about Kuwait, but when you go outside in the countryside, many people, they don't know, especially because Kuwait is just a small dot in the globe.
And also the East Asia, they may be focusing about their countries and the ASEAN community. So it's good to be your ambassador to them.
Yes, so this is the main reason for my journey. So in 2017, I already completed the north portion of Asia, Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and all those. So I decided in 2019 to complete the south portion of Asia, and especially the Far East, the south and southeast of Asia, especially because those countries, there are some kind of challenges. I'm not going to say difficulty, challenges in entering those countries with a foreign vehicle. Yes, you can just take an airplane ticket and you can go to any
one of these countries.
Any of those, but crossing those countries with a foreign vehicle, it is some kind of challenges. That's why especially Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and Thailand, I'm the first who cross all those countries
by motorcycle.
By a motorcycle.
So at the end, you already mentioned in the beginning of the show, you left your motorcycle in Bangkok during the pandemic time. So tell me about the process. I know you came back to Kuwait. You cannot come by your motorcycle. It's pandemic time. All the borders are closed already during the countries. Well, how did you arrange to people? I know maybe you put your motorcycle one place, maybe you keep it with somebody, maybe something happened. Tell me about the story. What happened?
Thank God. Actually, I kept it with one of our diplomatic employee in Kuwait embassy in Thailand, Mr. Saad Al Farhan. He was, I really thank him and appreciate for him that I kept it with him all that time. But I think that
you keep it with him.
I kept him, yeah, in his home garage. But the thing that because Thailand or Far East are so humid, so when I came back, it is naturally that the motorcycle need a lot of maintenance.
But there it's easier because they use motorcycles all the time. Is it easier for you when you're preparing?
It is easy. I mean, somehow, yeah, it is easier than here because, of course, that kind of maintenance after 3 years, it's kind of a major maintenance.
Yes.
Because so many things, it has to be replaced, and especially the fuel tank, the water system,
the parts,
all they have to be drained. But thank God the thing got so smooth then, and I took it and I resumed my trip.
And there is something else. How was the emotions when you saw your motorcycle? You just put it again and now it's working, it's on.
Well, the thing that, of course, after 3 years apart, I didn't start it because I know that the fuel tank are fully of sludge or emissions, so I couldn't start it. So the first thing, I took it to a workshop to dismantle, and it was. I mean,
how was the incident happen when when you saw your motorcycle? I know you have a chit chat with the guy who already kept it.
Yeah.
Kept it. So how was the conversation? Let's feel it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's so. I mean, so emotional to get back to my friend. Actually, I consider the motorcycle my close friend.
And you are a big fan of motorcycles.
Oh yeah. So and we have a lot of time. I mean, we live together. I mean, especially before completing this, it was like 160 or 140 days. Continuously 24 hours together.
Nice.
So yeah, of course
it's something different.
Yeah.
So then after you took your motorcycle from Bangkok, you continue resuming your trip again until Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. How was the Malaysia Kuala Lumpur? What happened there? I know you finished your trip there.
Yeah. The thing that so I'm going to answer your question in two parts now.
Yes.
Usually, I mean, it's like 10 years since 2013 till now, I never ship my motorcycle. We go out together from Kuwait, direct, and then we go back together
again.
But the thing that now I find out that I won't be able to come back with my motorcycle due to that Myanmar, because for me to go back, I have to cross Myanmar, and Myanmar as a country, they are closed, so I cannot to cross it back. So the thing that's why I decide to terminate my trip in Kuala Lumpur, and actually I think today my motorcycle will be in the ship coming back.
Nice.
So my impression, of course, Malaysia, because they are like, I think 75% they are Muslim community. So it's good to enter a country where you can feel it's almost like similar culture.
Yes.
And especially you don't have to worry about eating I mean the food, because everything's halal, and they do have a similar recipe as what we have, so it's much easier.
Nice. How do you see the mutual culture between the two countries, the interaction with the locals, the peoples there? Is it like there is something similarity?
Yeah, there are a lot of similarity. I mean, once you enter Malaysian border, you will notice that the majority of the women, they are wearing hijab, which is similar to what we have here in Kuwait.
It's like the major religion, it's Islam. And there is something else. I know when you come back, when you've been to the Malaysia, you will see the development there, the peoples there. Yes. How do you see the peoples welcoming to you when they are in interaction with you?
Oh, yeah, actually, I was faced a lot of hospitality. People, even in the streets, especially once they see the Kuwait number, and then so many people, they stop me and they want to take a photo with me, and I get a lot of invitation, especially when I reach Kuala Lumpur, and I've been in with a lot of family there. They ask me to, they invite me to have a dinner and be with them. So and the thing that what I was really surprised that Malaysian people are so enthusiastic with the motorcycle.
Nice.
They like
They
the
like
motorcycle and they like traveling with the motorcycle.
That's why they ask you, they invite you, they want to talk more about the motorcycle, what's happening there.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I met a lot of people, and we sat for hours and hours talking about different motorcycle, what's the problem, what challenges can be obstacle, and yes, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
You enjoy the orat in there. And there is something else. We say all the time, our guests, that good times run very fast. Yeah. Our trip already finished.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today, and for sure you will be in here again. You will talk more. Maybe you will go to visit Myanmar. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. So special thanks to our guest Abdul Mohsen Al-Baghli for being with us today here and talk more about his last journey, what happening after he already resumed his journey and finished his journey in the east of Asia and the south in the Malaysia. Now moving for our next report, the public diplomacy section at the US Embassy in Kuwait have organized a ceremony for the trainees who completed a 2-day workshop on the cybersecurity skills for the government with the cooperation with the private sector. The trainees are IT and cybersecurity professionals from the Ministries of Defense, Interior, Information, and even Foreign Affairs. In addition to the representatives from the oil and private sectors at the Kuwait College of Science and Technology, the US Embassy it was already holding this amazing event. So let's check it together. They will be right back.
Hello and welcome everyone to the US Embassy's Cybersecurity Workshop. This workshop talked about multiple topics, but the most important message, the underlying message, is how to be prepared in case of an attack. We all know there are a lot of types of securities, but most important one nowadays is cybersecurity. We rely more and more on technology, on information systems, on network systems, so any attack to those systems could paralyze us in multiple ways. Without further ado, we're going to talk to some of the participants, the conductor of this workshop, to hear more about it, learn more about cybersecurity, and then we'll be right back to you.
Hello, my name is Guillermo Christensen, and I'm a partner with the law firm of K&L Gates in Washington, D.C., where I do a lot of cybersecurity work for companies. I was invited to come to Kuwait for the second time. I was here in 2019 for the first visit to speak with people in government, in universities, and in the private sector about cybersecurity. This visit, we focused especially on cybercrime, because cybercrime has become this incredible challenge for the private sector, for companies, for governments, for hospitals, for airlines. And so what we did was I had some opportunities to meet with the Academy of Police here. I spoke to the cadets. We talked about how important cybersecurity and cybercrime is to police work. I went to the College of Aviation Technology and we talked about cybersecurity and the need to prevent attacks on aviation. And then today, here at the School for Computer Science and Technology in Kuwait, we focused on how you improve response to cybersecurity, what we call incident response, which is basically when you have an attack, what do you do? And the idea was to share some of the experiences we've had in the United States. We have been dealing with these problems for a long time. We have a lot of computers, we have a lot of networks, so we've had a lot of experience to try to share that experience with Kuwaitis and hopefully avoid that you need to learn the lessons the same way that we've had to learn them, which is to say, painfully. So, had a great group of people. We became very good friends, I must say, in the last 2 days, and we talked about their experiences. Some people had some bad cyber attacks, and they shared that with me, and we talked about what we could do differently. Fantastic experience. I'm very, very pleased at everything that we were able to achieve.
I'm happy and honored to participate in this cybersecurity workshop. It went into a discussion of two fields. First is the importance of a cyber security incident response plan, and the other field is that a tabletop exercise of a ransomware scenario. So both fields were actually of a huge importance in the perspective of a cybersecurity field. The ransomware tabletop exercise prepares the team in the incident of a ransomware and how to collaborate and get out of this huge mess. And the other part is that the incident response plan just prepares the whole organization in terms of when an incident happens, how to deal with it.
So this cybersecurity workshop was quite insightful and very nice because it was quite thought-provoking. Cybersecurity has become the mainstay lately. With the increasing number of cyber ransomwares and cyber crimes happening across the world, this is very important. So it boils down to one question: not if, but when will an organization be attacked by cyber criminals? So this is something you need to be prepared for, and this workshop actually gave the importance of that. How to be ready, how to have a response plan in place before that happens. So thank you to American Embassy, KCST, for organizing this, and the speaker who came especially from US to give us his insights about it and also tell us about his expertise. So this was really helpful, and I think this should be done more often in Kuwait so that everybody is ready for any kind of cyber crime that may happen to their company.
Good morning, Kuwait. So we are here in KCST, Kuwait College of Science and Technology. We get a 2 days workshop with the cybersecurity from one of our US Embassy experts that we give it here in KCST. So they deliver how the ransomware are detected and how they can react with any ransomware can be having in any organization. So this type of workshops is adding value for our Kuwaiti participants within any organization in Kuwait. So we would like to thank US Embassy and therefore their cooperation to do their workshops in KCST.
Dear viewers, this unfortunately concludes our report for today. We just listened and heard about how important cybersecurity is. So the only message that I have to you is, please be safe, use secure networks, and be secure with your information. This is it for today. Till next time.
Well, that was really wonderful report. Thanks to our colleague Anas Al-Haddad for covering the US Embassy about the trainers and the IT also workshops. So now, dear viewers, today is Thursday, which is mean movie part. So Aziz, what was your last movie you saw before?
Yeah, I actually, a couple of days ago, I've been to this one of the Indian movies, for the Shah Rukh Khan, the star of Republic of India.
Yes.
It was a good movie, like full with action and thrillers. People who are a big fan of action and thrillers and big fan for Indian movies, I recommend for them to visit to see at the big screen the art of the Indians movies.
That's amazing. So we are fans of Indian movies. So that's amazing. For me, the last movie I watched was Megan, the horror movie. It was amazing. So, dear viewers, how about to watch our latest movies in the theaters together, and then we'll be right back to you. What a lovely movies, dear viewers. Don't hesitate to book your ticket and enjoy your weekend in our theater, in Kuwait Theater. Actually, it was amazing. Actually, we're amazing movies here, isn't it?
Oh, great movies, good movies, like from different continents, from Egypt, Arabs, and even India, and from US. It's like a combination of different culture, different, we call it the schools of the cinemas in the world.
Exactly, and mixed between adventure, horror, and as you mentioned, action. It was lovely movies, and I'm gonna book actually one of those movies this weekend. And I hope, Aziz, and everyone who's watching us through KTV2, I hope you enjoy your weekend and enjoy our lovely weather here in Kuwait and enjoy the celebration as well. See you for the next one and have a nice weekend.
It's Ministry of Information now launching our celebration of the Kuwait national flag under the slogan Pride and Glory. May God bless, may Allah bless state of Kuwait, our lovely country, state of Kuwait. And see you tomorrow, see you next week with more amazing episode for the celebration for the National Liberation Day. Have a good day.